So guys, welcome back to the channel. Montel Gordon here. Hope you guys are all doing well, staying safe. If you're new around here, please drop a like, comment and subscribe. Make sure you hit that little notification bell and obviously subscribe, drop a comment, do all that good stuff. It helps me a lot with the algorithm, helps me push out my word and in turn affect more people with, my fire content. So guys, look, what I have right now, by the way, I got a little new setup. I'm using a desk, got a new little tripod thing for the camera, got a little bit of lighting and stuff like that, new desk monitor and keyboard, mouse. You guys seen that in the previous video. It's the I'm starting to see success starter kit, as my students are jokingly saying. Talking of students, by the way, shout out to my student, brand new student Irino. He's brand new to the program. I literally taught him the outreach strategies and stuff like that. On his very first day of outreach, no joke, he got a reply back and set a meeting on the very first day. So congratulations to you. I know your call is today. We're probably going to have a quick call to actually discuss the sales stuff. I've already given you some sales training, but big shout out to you if you're actually watching this. With that being said, also guys, a quick another little update I guess for you guys is I have finally put together like a full training and stuff like that for my new VA. So I hired a new VA. My new VA is a personalized first line writer. So a lot of people if you watch my other video, basically was talking about I was talking about cold emails, personalized like first lines and stuff like that. And some people popped up saying to me like, oh, this is not scalable. This is not how you're supposed to do it. I was like, these dudes don't understand it. Yes, this is completely scalable. It depends on what type of scalability you're talking about. Like there's like horizontal scale and then there's vertical scale. I don't know why I did it backwards. So horizontal scale would be, for example, instead of me writing 10 personalized first lines, I get 3 other people to write 10 personalized first lines, and now we have 30 personalized first lines being written a day. That's how you would scale horizontally. So just imagine me as a node writing 10, imagine another person writing 10 emails, and then imagine another person writing 10 emails. You've got 30 emails a day. That's 30 personalized first lines being written for you. You're writing 10, other people are writing 10 as well. So that's 30 personalized first lines in total. That's scalable. However, vertically scaling personalized first lines is quite difficult. And what I mean by that is you just being the sole person. So instead of you writing 10 a day, you write 20 a day or 30 a day. That would be what you call vertical scaling that. So that is time consuming. If you're going to do like 30 friggin' cold emails that are actually personalized, that is difficult to scale it vertically. But horizontally, as you can see, you can put people in place that are going to write the emails for you. I basically have just hired 1 VA. For now, I'm probably going to hire 2 soon, just to literally write my personalized first lines, go through, make sure they had correct grammar and stuff like that, put together a whole training, again like a whole PDF sheet on training your VA and stuff like that. And obviously I'm going to give that to the students, so the students not only get trained on how to actually write their personalized first lines, they also get training on how to train their VAs. But yeah, with that being said guys, in this video what I want to do, I know that was a friggin' long-winded intro, but I always like to give you guys updates and keep you guys updated on what's been going. So guys, talking about updates, in this video I'm going to give you another little update. So I've been booking a bunch of calls through like cold email and stuff like that. However, I've noticed that the meetings themselves are cold. So this is another problem I'm actually starting to come across, and I'm going to kind of give you guys an idea as to what I came up with and what I've been thinking all along, but I've not actually yet implemented that I'm going to implement. So guys, look, I've noticed, right, that whenever I book, like the cold email strategy works. That shit 100% works. It's the same strategy I'm using over and over again. It just works. I remember back in the day when I thought that cold emails, you had to literally be like, oh, I came across your marketing and I can see that you're leaving a lot of money on the table. I remember everybody was using that same fucking script. I tried using that same script as well. That shit did not work for me. My cold emails right now are literally like, I think there's like just saying hi, business owner name, then there's a personalized first line, there's a 1 sentence on what we do, what I call a differentiating line, a 1-line case study, and by the way, these are very short lines as well, and then there's just me signing off with my call to action and then me signing off with my name. So there's like 7 lines, but each one of those lines are literally 1-liners, like a sentence. Just imagine a sentence but just 1 line on the sentence. That's literally it. Just 7 of those, very short, very straight to the point. There's no fancy like pictures in the emails, there's no Loom videos in the emails, there's no like signature in my emails, as in like there's no actual physical signature. There is a signature, it's just my name, my position, company address and my phone number. That's literally it in my signature. There's no picture in my signature or anything like that, like a profile picture is what I'm trying to say. Other than that, that's literally been working for me so well. Like I've never booked so many meetings from cold email in my entire life. Ever since I started like going through courses of cold emails and stuff like that, that's where I've got my meetings from. Cold, like a bunch of cold emails relates to a bunch of meetings. Of course you have to be doing good numbers as well, which is why I've hired my VA. Now what I've noticed guys is that I'm jumping on these calls, right, but I'm noticing that the calls themselves are cold, as in it feels kind of awkward, and it feels like I'm just another sleazy salesperson getting on these calls. So guys, if you look back on my channel, you'll notice that I've mentioned stuff about me setting meetings and stuff like that, using cold pieces of outreach and stuff like that. And I noticed that when I get on those meetings, they're cold, and this is what's happening to me now. But guys, what I've decided to do and what I'm going to do, I'm just about to create as well. And again, this is just kind of like a video of my ideas that I want to get out to you guys. You know, I love sharing shit with you guys and showing you guys how the business is going and like the actual struggles of actually running an actual real fucking business, and not just being one of these gurus that actually just, you know, fucking sells a bunch of courses and shit like that. But anyway guys, look, that's for another video. So what I'm noticing right now guys is I am setting up meetings, I'm jumping on these meetings using Zoom and whatnot on the computer, and I'm noticing that the meetings themselves are coming off a little cold, as in like they don't know me. I have to kind of like vet myself, if you will. It almost feels like they're kind of talking down to me because they've probably had like 6 of these meetings in that fucking week alone, because everybody's getting bombarded with cold emails these days. No, it's not saturated before you start crying. It's just competitive. What I've decided to do guys, and what I'm kind of going to start creating right now, is a way to warm up these cold emails. So there's 2 ways I'm primarily thinking about doing this. So I know that when you use a software such as like Calendly or Acuity scheduling, which is what I do all the time, so my cold emails, I never put any links in them. Then once they reply saying yes, let's jump on a call, I will then send them over, you know, obviously reply back to what they've said and stuff like that. I'll send them my calendar link over in the response. They then book in a call with me using my calendar software. So what I've noticed guys is that in between bit, so once they've booked in a call to the actual call, what you need to be doing is sending them like case studies and shit like that. This is what I'm starting to notice here, just to warm up the call before you even get on a call with them. You could even add them on Facebook, for example. If you've got, you know, like if you've got like what you call a profile funnel on Facebook, what you could do is add them on Facebook and then start, and because you've added them on Facebook, they're primarily going to start going through your Facebook posts and your value posts, if you're posting out value posts and stuff like that on Facebook. Post about, you know, how you've helped certain e-commerce businesses and stuff like that. That's the sort of stuff you should be posting on your Facebook. Me personally, I don't really do that as of right now. I'm just focusing solely on the cold email stuff. But for me, I know there's a couple other strategies you can do. So you can use the Facebook thing to send them, you know, friend them on Facebook, and then they can go and see your profile. And if your profile's optimized the right way and has the right content on it, they're going to get warmed up through that. Then you can also, because I know that a lot of people don't really talk about this warming up bit, because there is an in-between purgatory state where they've booked in a call now and you're waiting for that call. And then maybe it's in like 2 days or something like that. There's that in-between bit where you're waiting for the call. What you should be doing in that in-between bit is actually warming them up for the call, showing them what you can do, all the results you've been able to generate, or your media buyers results and stuff like that, showing them that sort of shit, because then once you get on the call, you now have more authority. So it's almost like, I remember back in the day when I was setting meetings using LinkedIn inbound strategies, where I was posting out value posts and I was, you know, sending people to a case study, and they would book in on my calendar automatically without me even reaching out to people. So that's what you call an inbound lead. And I noticed that those calls were very, very warm, because they could already see what I've done. I didn't really need to explain who I was, what I could do, all that sort of shit. What I'm trying to do here, guys, is get you to understand that you can reach out via cold emails and stuff like that and then jump on a meeting, but I know for a fact it's going to be very cold unless you've been able to convey your value in the emails somehow. Primarily my emails are very short, so there's not really much value I can convey. There's literally like a 1-sentence case study, which is why I mentioned that earlier. So what I have to do in my particular scenario, and I'm pretty sure most of you guys need to do this as well, but like convey your value once they've booked in a call. As in, there's a couple ways you can do this. The Facebook way, you can add them on LinkedIn if you've got an optimized profile on LinkedIn. You could even send them case studies. So after they've booked, say, hey, thank you for, this is after they book, by the way. Don't be sending 2 links at the same time. This is the thing. If you're going to send a response back, let's say you could send a cold email, they respond back to you and they want to jump on a call. What you would do is just set them up on the call first, because you don't want to confuse them. You only ever want one call to action in your emails, is what I've noticed. Even just in general, digital marketing in general. For example, when you're running an ad, you don't want to be sending them to this link and another link at the same time. You only want them to take one action at a time and make it as clearly defined as possible. Your call to action needs to be clearly defined as possible. There's the, like I said, Facebook way, LinkedIn way. Then what you can do is send them more information after they booked in a call. So you can literally just email them more information. Or the more advanced way would be to, once they book in a call with your Acuity scheduling link or your calendar link or whatever calendar software you're using, have that redirect to like a landing page with a case study on it, just like a miniature version of your full case study. So have like an actual full case study video where people have to opt in and stuff like that. Then they have to watch that, for example. That'll be like a whole case study. I'll talk about case studies probably in another video, because I've closed clients using case studies previously before, multiple times actually. So case studies do work, by the way. Then we have, what you want to do is kind of condense your case study into like a 5, maybe even 3 to 5 minute case study. This is the kind of ideas I'm coming across now, where it just highlights the stuff in your case study. So like take your case study and just condense it into the most impactful bits. So when a person books in a call with you, it automatically redirects them to like a thank you page basically. And on that thank you page, you should have like screenshots of results and shit like that, and a video saying, you know, thank you for booking in a call. Your call's going to be, and basically explain where your call's going to be hosted on. Now, if you are not familiar with who I am, I'm Montel Gordon. I'm going to leave just a couple highlights of a case study on this page, and you can literally go into a whole video of like a whole 3 to 5 minute video. Don't keep it too long. You can actually go into a whole video on your thank you page of you just explaining like the highlights coming from your case study, or even just some screenshots. You can even just walk through using Loom and like Google Slides on like screenshots of like what your media buyers being able to do and stuff like that. Just as long as they can see some sort of like physical results where you've been able to help an e-commerce business or whatever niche you're in, I feel like that's going to work very, very well coming up, because I'm starting to notice that like these e-commerce business owners, they're so used to getting reached out to and so used to getting pitched a call that like nothing's really differentiating us. So I feel like this would be a differentiating factor where we could just show them right off the bat that like we're serious. As soon as they book in a call, they get redirected immediately to a thank you page. That thank you page then obviously has all like screenshots and shit like that on it, and that's what I highly recommend you do to warm up your calls. There's a couple other things you can do. I mean, like you can literally send over like a portfolio of results in your email between, so when somebody books in a call with you, say thank you for booking in a call, your call's going to be hosted on Zoom. Give them like an idea as to how they get on the call, to obviously to make it super obvious, and then in that email just be like, yes, so here are a few results that you can take a look through before we get on our call, just to familiarize yourself with the services we provide and what we can do for your business. That's a great idea to warm up your calls. And again, this is almost like a cheat code to sales, because sales, when it's super cold, you have to spend a good 5, 10, 15 minutes just warming up, and kind of, and not only that, but the way you present yourself as well is different. When you know that somebody's gone through and watched one of your case studies, and you can obviously automatically do that if you redirect them to a thank you page that has your case studies on it, because obviously everybody who books in a call then has to physically land on that page. Not only that, but you can pixel it as well. That right there would be a great way to guarantee that they actually look at your case studies. So I feel like that's the route I'm probably going to go down. That would be a way to kind of guarantee like an instant boost in your conversion rate on your sales calls, because then they can see who you are before you've actually jumped on a call. But guys, that's just a couple of thoughts in my head. I hope that you guys can see where I'm kind of going with this, and hopefully take some sort of inspiration from it and maybe build something like this for yourselves. I will probably go ahead, start building this shit, and let you guys know in the future, maybe in a month or 2, 3 months, something like that, after I've got enough metrics to actually tell you if it makes a difference or not. I'm pretty sure that my hypothesis is correct, that it is going to increase my conversion rate. But guys, I'm just throwing some ideas out to you guys and trying to give you some value, man, instead of these just being one of those gurus that just tell you some shit and they've not actually told you anything. But this is like a real thing that you can implement. Go and create a friggin' landing page on ClickFunnels, put some screenshots in there, go and create a video of like 3 to 5 minutes of your highlights for your thank you page. Once people book in, redirect to that page explaining how they get on your call and the sort of results you've been able to generate to warm them up before you even get on a call. And that's going to again increase your conversion rate. Again, that's my hypothesis. I'm going to test it out, of course. You guys let me know if you've tested this as well, and if you've already done this, let me know in the comments if you've done this. If not, if you're going to implement this, let me know. And if you have, if you're watching this and it's the future and you've done this and you're coming back to this video, just let me know what the results were. So with that being said, guys, see you guys in the next video. Hope you've enjoyed this. Make sure you drop a like, comment and subscribe, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.